Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about those auditions that change your life as an actor. And maybe you think that the auditions that change your life are the ones that lead to you getting a job, or maybe an audition that changes your life is one where you get rich and famous from the gig, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're thinking that auditions that change your life are the ones where you get to work with someone who's famous or amazing. Now look, those things are all awesome outcomes from an audition, but I'm going to be talking about the auditions that really change your life, the ones you learn from. So, if you want to find out how to learn and improve from every audition, stay with me and we'll go through it all together. Hey, I'm David and welcome to 5 Minute Acting Coach, your complete online guide to acting training wherever you're at. So hopefully you're doing okay with your auditioning. You're getting some, you're missing out on others. That's pretty standard for most actors, that's how we roll. But every one of those auditions has the potential to change your life in ways you can't imagine. And you need to be open to that possibility and ready to learn more about yourself and the industry every single time you walk into that audition space. If you're out there auditioning and you want some top tips for how to nail each and every one, then check out the links below, which are full of awesome free resources for you. In return, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe so more actors can find us and, well, join the family here on YouTube. Alright, so let's get to it. Here's the 5 Minute Acting Coach Guide to the acting auditions that can totally change your life. The audition you aren't prepared for. So every actor at some stage goes to an audition they are not prepared for, and shame on us. I'm no exception, and one of the first auditions I went for as a new actor was for a part that I was 100% not right for. I was in my early 20s and I went to audition for a character called Krogstad in A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. But the problem was I didn't know I wasn't right for it. I didn't know anything about the play, the character, the style, the function of the role within the structure of the text, previous productions, nothing. I did not get the job, but after a very embarrassing 5-hour round trip for a 2-minute audition which was just a complete failure, I learned to do my homework. And I made sure to never put myself in that position again. And in that way, that audition, awful as it was, totally changed my life. The audition where you believe in yourself. Alright, so there was one audition I did many years ago where I came away with 2 important things. I was auditioning one-to-one for an agent, and at that time I hadn't been represented, so this was a big deal for me. I'd gone to the agent's office and he told me to start, but then he just looked down and started writing on a piece of paper on his desk, not really paying me any attention. So I waited for him to finish and look up before I started. I don't know, I just felt like, okay, I've got this far, I want him to be fully engaged with me and not doing something else. And in that moment, I learned how important it is to believe in what you have to offer. And at the end of the audition, I got the agent, who said that one of the things he was impressed with was that I waited before I got going. The audition that leads to an awesome job. Alright, so if you're very lucky, sometimes you audition and you get an awesome job out of it. I did 3 callbacks for a lead role in a tour of a new musical a few years ago and I got the job. It was a month's rehearsal and then a 6-month tour of #1 venues, so awesome to get that stretch of employment. But more important than that was what that audition taught me in terms of tenacity. I just kept going back to the recalls, more and more nervous each time. And also what it gave me in experience of playing those large theatres, of dealing with touring, dealing with the technology and design, learning how to live with others in the cast and understand how to keep performances fresh, night after night, week after week, months on end, totally changed my life. The audition where you are not right. Sometimes you're just not right for a part and there's no getting around it, even if you think you're a perfect fit. And that's a great lesson to learn. I remember being super excited. I got a meeting with a really genuinely famous film director, like multiple Academy Award nominations. And I was like, this is it. This is my big break. And I walked into his office and this guy says hello and I say hello back and I make some comment to break the ice and he just says, no. And he carries on talking to the person he was sitting with. That was it. No. I learned how brutal the industry can be and not to pin my hopes on one job. And actually what really changed my life was deciding that I would never talk to anybody like that, no matter how successful I got. Alright, look, if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Head on over to the 5minuteactingcoach.com website where you'll find loads more great free resources to help you improve as an actor and get those roles. You can also book a one-to-one online coaching session with me to really dig into your audition speeches and develop your acting skills if you're preparing for a big part. The audition where you just don't get it. Alright, sometimes you get on really well with the people in the room and you're in the right place at the right time and you think an audition's gone pretty well and you fit the bill and you know you'd be awesome in that part. But even then you don't get the gig. Now that happened to me once. I was working at a big theatre, I was doing a lead role in a play in the main house, so pretty good going, I kind of thought. And word of mouth got me into an audition for the next big production, which would have given me about a year's work as a lead and eventually turned into a run at the National Theatre in London. But I just didn't get it. And that audition changed my life when I realised that you can be the best, you can be the most prepared performer, but if you're not right, you're not right. The whole industry seemed a lot easier to navigate after that experience. The audition that's better than the gig. Oh man, this was a shocker. I'd loved this theatre company since I was a kid. I'd seen them perform a few times, I'd got into their radar, I'd got myself an audition, and on paper, I was perfect. But deep down, I knew that no matter how much I respected them, how much I wanted to work with them, I wasn't quite right for it. Like, I was nearly good enough at the physical comedy, I was nearly good enough at the music side of it, I was nearly vocally strong enough for the style, but I got this audition and I went because that's what you do when you're an actor. Now, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was nerves, maybe the gods were smiling, but I aced that audition. I was funny, I was physical, I made them laugh until they were splitting their sides, and I got the job. So this was 4 months working with this theatre company I dreamed about working with for a decade. But I just wasn't good enough. And I knew it. And after the first week of rehearsals, they knew it too. And they were very nice. And we all got on for the run, but the others in the cast carried me. And I never got it right. And that meant the whole thing was kind of a disappointment for me and for the company and for the audience. And the lesson I learned that totally changed my outlook on auditioning and working from that point on was, if you know you're not right for it, don't do it. The audition where you fall in love. Alright, so last of all, auditions change your life when they literally totally change your life. And one audition I went to was for a community theatre group touring stage adaptations of classic literature to different venues. It's all very nice. And I did the solo audition, and I did the music audition, and I did a great improvisation workshop and a physical theatre this just went on like, it was a whole day of auditioning in different ways. And I got the job, which was great. But I got 2 other things from that audition that made me utterly change my lifestyle. First of all, I spent 3 years working with that company, and I learned how to devise and direct work, as well as working with acting students and teaching, which started me on like a whole new career path. And second, the company stage manager that met me at the top of the stairs at that audition, who signed me in and chatted with me about my journey there, well, a couple of years later, we were married, and now we have a family together. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting that you'll end up finding love at your next audition, but maybe. But I learned that taking every opportunity an audition offers you and letting yourself follow your heart is a wonderful way to let this crazy job totally change your life. Alright, so that was my rundown on the acting auditions that change your life. Thanks for watching. I hope it's been helpful and that my experiences teach you a little something about your own acting and auditioning process. Let me know in the comments what kind of auditions have changed your life, and also if there's other videos you'd like to see on the 5-Minute Acting Coach channel. Last of all, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've enjoyed this, then check out some of our other videos. Head on over to the 5minuteactingcoach.com website for tons of great free acting resources, and even to book a live one-to-one online coaching session. Alright, good luck out there, and I'll see you next time.